Hey, Jahzzar here, and I'm bringing to you another video, and in this video is featuring TSM versus Samsung White, and this is the third match that they played at Worlds. So a little pre-context before I roll this clip. Samsung White had vision of TSM during the level 1 invade and chose to fight them, where TSM ended up ahead 2 kills and 1k gold. Many people would attribute this as to why TSM won this match, without realizing that the gold and the kills TSM gained were not the reason they shot up to an early lead, because the people with the kills did not get a chance to shop. The true reason TSM got an early lead was because TSM ended up getting control of the bot side of the map from the level 1 and burned a good deal of summoners from White, dissuading Samsung from even 2v2ing Turtle and Lustboy. TSM could then fast push bot lane because their duo got there before Imp and Mata could push top, giving TSM an additional 1k gold, making for a 2k gold lead going into this dragon fight. One more thing to take note of is Mata's positioning as this clip starts. He roams all the way from top tri-bush to dragon side.
It's gonna freeze. Oh, TSM absolutely able to grab this first objective. It's gonna be on back into the mid lane. No, he actually does not back. Looper comes out from spawn. This was not a teleport here.
As we get into the game, you can see TSM rush dragon after killing the turret in bot lane. An important aspect to note is how TSM left the creeps in the lane. The official mentions that it will freeze, allowing anyone to go bot and pick up relatively safe free farm. This is important to TSM's comp as both Darius and Bjergsen need to hit their tier, /Rod of Ages, and static shift item buys respectively. TSM here tries to press their advantage further, but they have not shopped with their 2k gold. This dragon would have been free against most teams as they would be scrambling to farm up their deficit, but White recognizes that they can contest with their poke. Now to bring up the graphic. You can see Mata in the mid lane and Dandy at his tier 2 turret. Bjergsen just arrived at his turret from being back in base, allowing Pawn to get a free shove mid. This gives Pawn the ability to roam towards the dragon along with Looper diverting TSM's attention. TSM juggles the dragon aggro improperly, taking more damage than needed, and they have the wrong champions peel off the dragon. Only Darius needed to harass Looper and Pawn as Bjergsen was coming down, allowing Turtle to burn the dragon. This was incredibly greedy by TSM to think they could get the kills and return to pick up dragon. However, what happens is Amazing moves upwards to try and zone White with the potential flag and dragon gauge, but while Amazing is doing this, dragon is killing him and TSM isn't doing any damage to Samsung or the dragon. Samsung is getting exactly what they want in stalling TSM's dragon long enough for the wave to shove in middle and for Imp to take top turret.
The turret aggro, dragon aggro. Right here. There's only 4 members from Samsung White who can be around this dragon. Amazing is so low though.
TSM decides now is the time to go all in on the dragon, as all the visible White members have backed up enough. But TSM did not have a ward over the wall to give vision for any potential steals, which Dandy takes advantage of. Dandy jumps over the wall and cues Amazing while launching his W towards dragon. Amazing either face tanks the Kha'Zix spikes and gets extremely low, or goes into a smite war with Dandy. The later ends up occurring and Dandy wins the smite war, and you'll see how the fight unfolds as I bring up another graphic. In the Amazing vs Dandy smite war, Amazing uses damage spells earlier on to get the dragon low. He does not have any additional damage besides his smite and is more worried about disengaging immediately after securing dragon due to TSM's health bars. Dandy on the other hand has a very healthy team backing him up and has his spikes in mid-flight to add additional damage to the smite execution. Dandy's play was an all-in for dragon as his leap is on a 20-second cooldown early game, and Samsung could have brought the game back in their favor by fighting TSM. However, Pawn steps too far forward and gets hooked by Lustboy. Pawn gets hooked and flayed into a cluster of TSM members, which is bad because he has no flash from the level 1 fight. You have to remember this dragon contest was something Samsung were going 100% into to prevent TSM from steamrolling them, and there was no flashing away due to the lack of summoners. Turtle also makes a very good play by walking towards the Morgana and baiting her bind, realizing that it is the only hard CC White has for catches and picks pre-6. Pawn is about to die as TSM focuses him down. Bjergsen has a third stack of his Q from being able to use it on the dragon and launches a tornado which knocks up Looper before he is able to get into the middle of TSM with his burning agony and Dandy. Now I've circled Turtle because he carries this fight hard by doing a decent chunk of AoE damage to both Looper and Dandy while focusing down Pawn. The consistent DPS from TSM's AD carry allowed them to turn the fight, as White did not have the necessary amount of damage to burst anyone down.
Amazing as well. TSM let the lead go to waste here. No, they're able to pick up Looper. Vaughn has fallen in this fight. Dandy is stuck in it. He does not have a flash. That's a bug splat coming in from Wild Turtle. 3-0 and 2 coming up on 6 minutes.
Man, if he didn't steal that dragon, that would have been a catastrophe for Samsung White. They had to take a big risk there. Deficio, you were absolutely right in saying they should not have fought there. And that's why 3 more kills to TSM almost makes the dragon steal irrelevant.
Yeah, there was some really bad play.
And finally, this is where TSM receives the benefits of the earlier lane freeze. A huge wave naturally formed and is shoving into the bot lane for Darius to kill for Catalyst Gold and to get some much needed experience. Not only that, but now Darius has control over the wave and can freeze it towards his tower, making it risky for Looper to overextend.
Top lane farming, there's no way for him to ever join. You have a Cassidy, by the way, one of the weakest early mid laners in small fights. And the Mundo's gonna throw a rank 1 cleaver in your face.
I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I eventually will be putting out an article on Pawn to go along with this video.